So in this video, I'm going to talk about osmosis. And so in the last video, I talked about diffusion, but osmosis is pretty similar. So osmosis is defined as the net diffusion of water. So specifically, it's water down a concentration gradient. And in comparison to diffusion, it's a lot more specific in that it's talking about water moving from a high to low concentration. Diffusion could mean cologne moving from a high to low concentration, or food coloring moving from a high to low concentration, or someone with that really stinks, like body odor, moving from high to low concentration. And so osmosis will occur if one side of the membrane has molecules that are non-penetrating. So if one side of a membrane has molecules that essentially cannot cross, the membrane. And so let me give you an example of that. So let's say you have a solution here. Actually, let me erase this and draw it smaller. So you have something here. You set the water level equal. And so here I'm going to draw non-penetrating particles. So you have a lot over here and a little bit over there. So what's going to happen is the membrane, which I will use as green, so the membrane right there is permeable to water. So all of this blue stuff, it's all in water. And so water can pass through, but the particles cannot. So what's going to happen is water is going to move from this side to that side to try and even out the concentration, to kind of make it more even. And so the water levels, this side decreases, this side increases. And so what it'll end up looking like is this. So I'll just use green as the middle again. And then so you're going to have something like this with a high water level there and a low there. And so you have more solutes here and less there. So it essentially wants to even out the concentration. And so off of that, we have to talk about tonicity. And so tonicity is the ability of a solution to affect fluid volume and pressure in a cell. So, ability of solution to affect fluid volume and pressure in a cell. And so what do I mean by that? Well, there is three types of solutions. So solutions means that there are three types of solutions that you could put the cell in. There is hypertonic, hypotonic, and isotonic. And so, first, let's define them. So hypertonic has a higher concentration of non-penetrating pretend there's a G in there, non-penetrating solutes. And so what that means is there are more non-penetrating solutes. So as we discussed before, if there are more non-penetrating solutes outside, the cell's water will go out of the cell. So in this case, cell shrivels. Hypotonic is the opposite, so lower concentration of non-penetrating solutes. And so if there's more non-penetrating solutes inside the cell than outside, water is going to go into the cell, and at a certain point it may cause the cell to burst because there's too much water. And then finally, isotonic is the same concentration in and out of the cell, so no change in the volume or cell shape will occur. And so that about sums it up for tonicity and osmosis, and I hope this video helped. If it did, please like it and share it with your friends.